I need to reiterate the fact that I am absolutely disgusted by some of the reaction following the Newtown shootings in Connecticut. Because instead of being united in sympathy for the families and the victims of these shootings, some of us went right to the mat to get into a fight, as if that is the proper response to an incident like this, that we should just start fighting, that we should be hateful towards each other. I posted a video earlier, and the only response I got, sorry, from a liberal, was that he hoped that I was a victim of the next shooter. He was advocating gun control strongly, but he wants me to get shot to death. I've never understood liberal logic, and it continues. I mean, every time I encounter it, I just scratch my head. It's so contradictory all the time. I just don't get it. But I didn't make this video to just harp on liberals. I'm just telling you what I've experienced. I didn't say anything that solicited such a response. I have wanted, right from my very first video on this topic was 18 minutes of just sharing with you my emotion, my shock, my sadness. I didn't mention gun control once because it didn't even come to my mind, and I just couldn't believe how quickly it came to the minds of some people. But you know, since that's dominating the discussion, I just have to say I don't understand how legislation is going to fix this, people, and in my opinion, it won't. Okay, this is not a gun law problem. This is a systemic problem. If you make a gun law, even though in my opinion it won't work at all, if it did, let's say it did, it would just really be cutting the flowers off at the stems and sticking them in a vase. They look pretty for a little while, and then just die in a few days because you're not getting to the roots. This problem is rooted in a society that's turned its back on God and pushed him right out of the schools. A simple prayer, no longer allowed in schools. We had some atheist that I heard that exploited this situation to say, where was God, where was God? Well, thanks to people like you, Mr. Atheist, he's been pushed out of school. We need to get God back in schools. Sure, we may need more metal detectors and whatnot. Fine, you want to do that? Fine. But we need to allow prayer in schools too. If you're going to outlaw guns, if you're going to tighten up gun laws, well, allow some prayers in there too. People, we need God. God is alive and well. He's our refuge and our strength, but we need to turn to him. And we need to stop making laws prohibiting him from the public square. We need to stand up to atheists and bring God back into America. Our Constitution, our founding fathers were Christians. This is a Judeo-Christian country founded on Christian principles. And if you disagree, you're going to get more of the same. If we keep turning our backs on God, you can count, you can just absolutely bank on getting more of this. And gun laws will not change it. Gun laws, like I said, not getting to the root of the problem. So you can legislate all you want. You're not going to fix this problem man's way. If you don't invite God in, you can rest assured there will be far worse problems down the road. And that's all I want to say.